Alright, hello and welcome back to this challenge stream playthrough. I'm up to part 29 and still trying to get past Seymour Flux here. I think my strategy I was trying before has some small chance of working, but does need a lot to go right. So today I thought I would reload the autosave and change things up a bit, try a new strategy based on actually mixing Hyper Mighty G at the beginning of the fight instead of just before Total Annihilation, and see how that goes. So first of all I need to actually heal this save sphere because actually doesn't have enough MP to heal people. And then I need to get into a random encounter. So let's see, I think I want Lulu and Waka to have SOS HP and SOS Haste active going into the fight. And I believe I actually want everyone else to be full HP. I guess I can just make a manual save here. Might take a little playing around to get a good encounter for the setup. I think I want to do something like this. Yeah, so Kamari's Overdrive is not so important for Mighty Guard here, but I still want it to be full. He's not in SOS HP. Probably... I'm just trying to think of the encounters I could get here. I probably do want this on Slayer. Have to make sure. Yeah, I have to make sure that my other characters are set up for the random encounter here. Definitely want to evade encounter on Waka. Yeah, so as I said, it might take a couple attempts to get an encounter where I can actually set up here. Obviously the encounters, if you're not just one-shotting them with Stone Breath, they're quite difficult. Now this is an ideal one though, because Riku can guarantee to kill these mechs, so that's really good. Okay, so let's take out the faster mech right away, I think. Then I suppose I could always Shooting Star the mech that's going to stay alive here, because I don't need Oran's Overdrive for Flux. Okay, so now I can... yeah, this actually worked out very well, I think. I can bring Lulu in to defend. So I want her to get KO'd. I actually want Waka to get KO'd too. I guess I'll leave him on Invader counter here. Okay. So that's fine. Now I'll switch him off Evading counter. And do I want to set up any of my other characters? I don't think so. I want Titus to be at full HP, but it's also better that he would take an attack over Riku in this situation. So... okay, that's annoying. I can't get... yeah, now I can't get both Waka and Lulu to SOS HP just from using the attacks of the mech. But I guess I can just manually put... yeah, I see what I can do here. I can just have Lulu cast a spell on herself. If this KOs herself, it's fine. I don't think it quite will. No, it doesn't. Okay. So now I can switch to Evade and Counter. So So I can't take any more damage from the mech on Whacker, so I can just have Whacker hit himself to get to SOS HP. Yeah, it doesn't matter what Lulu does now. Yeah. Yeah, definitely nice having an encounter where the evade encounter is, you know, completely blocks your attacks. Okay, so this looks good. I think I'm fine. I just want to steal with Riku, and that's it. Yeah, Whacker actually has a good amount of HP here. I mean, I have HP Stroll anyway, so I could manipulate that. Yep. Okay, so now I kind of hope I don't get an encounter walking up to the next area. I do need to cure Tidus, so may as well do that now. Yeah, I think it slightly matters having him at full HP because I kind of want him to be able to survive a Lance of Atrophy while defending, plus a Whacker attack to try and petrify him. And Yuna's MP doesn't matter too much. I mean, she might, yeah. As long as she has 10 or more MP for the fight, it's fine. Alright, so what's my starting party this time? I think I'm going to try this, with the idea being... Yeah, I'm not sure I want counterattack on Auron actually. The trouble with counterattack in this fight is if you counter a Lance of Atrophy, you can inadvertently trigger Flux to change phase in the fight, possibly before I want to. So I think the counterattack damage is so small, I'll just leave it. Yes, it's too bad Auron doesn't have just a sensor weapon, because that would honestly be better here. I suppose strength plus 15% is better than initiative. Yeah, nothing else here does anything. No. Less abrasive a zombie ward, yep, definitely need that. First strike and HP and defense plus, sure. I actually want zombie ward, not haste ring. So I'm going to, yeah, my plan is to mix Hyper Mighty Guard on Yuna, Auron, Riku. Oops. There's zombie ward, alright. So I don't need... Yeah, I don't need SOS haste on Yuna to start with. I do want Lulu. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I want SOS haste on Riku, but it's really important she doesn't start with SOS haste active, because otherwise the regen from Hyper Mighty Guard would actually turn off haste. So that's looking good too. Yeah, Reflect Armlet. Yeah, I'm tempted to go for just a sensor weapon on Kimari. I don't really need Kane's Lance. I definitely don't need it before he recharges, before he uses Overdrive. Okay, Whacker needs TKO and SOS Haste. Alright, I think everything's looking good here. So yeah, the strategy basically is to mix defensively at the beginning and try to set Auron up to be able to survive multiple cycles of cross cleave, so not be under time pressure to force Flux into the total annihilation phase so early. But the downside is I won't be poisoning him right away, so the fight will take longer, which has the downside of, you know, possibly needing Zombie Ward to kick in more, but I felt like there was so much I needed to go right in my previous strategy that I'm willing to try this, even though the fight will be longer. One of the advantages of mixing Hyper Mighty Guard at the beginning is I also get Order Life on multiple characters, and if I can keep that through to the Total Annihilation phase, even if other characters get KO'd or petrified, I'll be able to survive multiple Total Annihilations in principle. Which just means, you know, more poison ticks, basically. Alright, let me just last check, double check overdrives. Yeah, Loner for Riku is the important one. I'm not sure about Loner and Kimari, but let's stick to that. These characters don't matter. Yeah, okay, looks good. Just make a new autosave and actually then go trigger the cutscene. I'm still going for the strategy of petrifying my own characters with Waka. I think that actually might work out better with this setup. Obviously, I'm not going to try and petrify characters who have order life. That's, you know, not a combo. But certainly if I could petrify any of Kimari, Waka, Tidus and have them as tanks for Lance of Atrophy, that would help.
We just don't know enough yet. Until we do, let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there.
Alright.
It'll all come together. I know it.
Another nice thing about doing this is I don't think it's an auto game over if Riku actually gets hit by the first Lance of Atrophy, because she has order life. And so I'm not gonna just reset if Riku gets hit. If Auron gets hit into a zombie, that probably is a reset, because then I won't have anyone to survive cross cleave. But I think that's better than before, right? Before, like 1 out of 3, Riku would be hit and killed, and that was just game over. Whereas now it's 1 out of 6 for Auron to be hit and zombied. So I think that's an improvement too.
Now is your time to.
Not if I.
Yeah, I've got to remember one thing though here, which is I'm not inflicting silence. I'm not inflicting silence with a mix, so I have to watch this first dispel, right? I've got to make sure that I don't have my characters buffed by Hyper Mighty G hit by this dispel. That would obviously be bad.
Yours was truly a gallant race. They threw themselves at me to bar my path. One after another.
So the way I can inflict silence, if I'm not... I will eventually use a mix to inflict poison and silence, but I could also try Bad Breath with Kimari, that's 50% silence. Could also try Silent Strike with Yuna, that's 50% silence, so we'll see.
Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become sin.
The fact that Auron's under both haste and regen is going to make the timing a lot better for the defense, like bringing Auron in and defending before cross cleave. So it's actually, I can afford for him to not be defending so early, if that makes sense. It's the protect I really need though. Hey, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, still a lot can go wrong with this strategy, sadly. I don't think there's any... Well, there's no way to do this fight with these restrictions without having it be luck dependent, but I think it might be better this way. Okay. Alright, Zombie Ward worked for Auron, that's great. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that's how this worked. So actually, so the haste, yeah, even though Hyper Mighty Guard gives haste to characters, it actually didn't bring Yuna or Auron's turn forward. The issue with that is that Auron's going to be in the party for 2 lances here, which isn't ideal. It's still okay though. So yeah, I think I want Lulu and Kimari to defend. Yeah, he doesn't get a turn before the full life, but that's fine because he has SOS Reflect, so he won't get hit. He won't get KO'd. And this could either be... I guess this is just Lulu. Is this right? Yeah. If Lulu gets KO'd, it's really not a problem. Okay, that's good. So, Kumari gets turned to a zombie, but this full life isn't actually going to KO him. So there's no more damage coming our way before cross cleave, which means now is the time to start trying to turn my characters into zombies. Have to remember that... Yes, I have to remember that Kumari will have Reflect active even if he's a zombie because of that silly interaction. Alright, didn't get Stone Touch, that's fine. This full life gets bounced by Reflect. Okay, so next turn is Dispel, but none of my frontline characters are vulnerable to Dispel. Oh, that timing is unfortunate. It'd be great if Kumari's turn there was just after the boss. That's okay. I guess that means I try and petrify Kumari instead of Titus. Which also failed. So I've got one more shot to try and petrify someone. I don't know that it's necessarily essential I do manage it, but it'll definitely mean I'll need Zombie Ward more on Oren if I don't. Yeah, so... Okay, this is fine. So this is going to be Dispel, but it doesn't dispel any of the statuses on the characters. I can actually switch to SOS Haste now. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so Titus for Oren. Oren defends. Oh no, Oren can't quite defend. Or he's... yeah. I need him to get... I don't want him to have a turn there, I want him to have a turn after, just after the boss. I guess that's fine. So one character out of Lulu and Titus is going to have to get KO'd by this. Cross cleave. Guess it's better if it's Lulu. She's into haste too though. No, it's fine. Yeah, okay. So Waka gets one more shot at petrifying someone. If it's... Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think about the timing. I think it's... I still want to have Oren defend here. Yeah, that's good. So Waka, if Waka petrifies himself, the problem there is he has more of a delay after he gets... after I remove petrification, but... don't know if that's a big deal. Kumari's overdrive, and Kumari... like, having Kumari as an active character over Waka is definitely more useful. I guess what I do is this. Because Titus, I really don't need Titus. Alright, well. Failed stone touch 3 or 4 times in a row there, which is too bad, but still have a chance of winning, I think, if provided zombie ward kicks in here. Which it did, great. Yes, unfortunately I need zombie ward to kick in again. No, that's not true. I could use Yuna here. If I defend with Yuna, even if she gets made into a zombie and loses and like takes damage on the regen tick, she'll still be alive. I really want to be able to start charging Riku's overdrive though, so maybe I have to just keep Aaron in the front line and hope that zombie ward kicks in again. Like, this is where having a petrified character would help, right? Like, having another character to take some of the Lancer batteries and not have to win all these coin flips. Okay, well I got zombie ward to kick in, so that was the best case scenario. So now Riku has time to recharge overdrive. Oh, but she's not an SOS HP. Oh, I didn't think about that. Interesting. Huh. Right. So recharging overdrive is super slow here. I think that actually means that's actually a real problem for the timing. Well, we'll see. Hold on. Maybe not. Yeah, that's a real problem for the timing. Because I'm not having a chance here to inflict poison and get Riku out of the party before full life. Who do I not want to get, or who do I want to get dispelled here? Probably just Lulu or Kamari. I maybe should have considered going for a bad breath there. Not sure. So this would be fine, except I just haven't had an opportunity to inflict poison. I guess I will in the next attack cycle, but it's just, yeah, I mean the problem is it's just needing like, you know, we've basically done no damage and we've needed a bunch of coin flips on the zombie ward and we're going to keep needing coin flips on the zombie ward. Yeah, somehow I forgot that Riku would not be under SOS HP. Okay, so big coin flip coming up here, obviously. If Oren gets made into a zombie, it's game over. And he does. Alright, well. Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, so even though he has order life, he obviously just dies to the next Lancer atrophy, so it doesn't matter. It's a funny situation where I actually wish I could have Hyper Mighty Guard, Hyper Mighty G, like not give Riku regen, but actually, I'm not 100% sure I put Stone Touch back on Waka. Let me just double check that, because if I don't have Stone Touch and Whacker, then he's obviously not going to petrify my own characters, and it'd be silly to waste time trying. I know I have to watch that part of the cutscene again, but it was only a minute or so. He does have TKO, okay. Fine. Yeah, hold on. Let me think about the start of this fight again. The issue, yeah, so one thing I didn't realise is that the haste from Hyper Mighty G doesn't actually bring Yuno and Arin's turns forward. So this opening is actually not as... I think there's more luck associated with this opening than I thought. What I thought would happen is that Yuno would actually, because of the haste, she'd actually get a turn before the first Lance of Atrophy, and she could switch out.
Xanarkand is on the other... Uni.
Hi.
Hi.
I mean,
What are we gonna...
we'll do... We just don't... Until we do... Let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey. Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Star of...
Huh? Huh?
Ah, the son of Jack.
Riku,
You are not...
just...
Now is your time to...
Not if...
Save some. Lady,
You know...
us.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing a faster way to have Riku charge her overdrive here. It's too risky to have it on something like Comrade, right? Because I can't... Like, later in the fight, I'm not consistently going to have Riku plus another character actually in the party taking damage. So even though that could be faster, it's just not. Like, it just doesn't work.
You could end the suffering of this poor Ramso.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me. Once I have become the next sin, your father will be freed again.
No, what do you know?
Okay, let's see what happens this time around. I'm going to just open with the same thing. Open with the Hyper Mighty Guard again, see where the Lancers hit, and figure it out from there. Okay, we got the lucky opening where we actually don't see the first full life straight after the first lance. So that's nice. That doesn't... Well, whether that helps, yeah, we'll see. Alright, lance on Riku. So, like I said, that's not immediately game over, and actually in a funny way that might be good, because now Riku still has haste, because she's in yellow HP and has SOS haste, but she also has... Yeah, like she also has double overdrive, or SOS overdrive active. That's funny. So if I defend with Kimari, he gets his turn after the next lance, so that's good. Kind of surprised Riku gets a turn here, but Oh, right. It's because, yeah, it's because of the turn ordering at the beginning. Huh. Yeah, this seems like a really good setup. If Lulu gets hit, I don't care. If the other guys get hit, it's also fine. Right. So here I have time to start petrifying people with Waka. So this is like last attempt, right? Except I have Riku. She doesn't have auto life, which I have to remember, but she does have double overdrive. And I have Aaron and Yuna with all their buffs at full HP, obviously. So let's see. The next turn is full life, then dispel, then cross cleave. So again, I have a bunch of attempts to get this petrification to land, although it failed there. And Kamari has SOS Reflect active, so he doesn't need, you know, I don't need to get him out of the party before the full life or anything. Go for petrification on Titus again. Again, that failed. That's too bad. So next turn is dispel. Yeah, losing the. I guess it's funny. I've been winning most of the coin flips on. Winning the coin flips on the zombie ward, then losing the coin flips on Stone Touch. We still get one more attempt here. Okay, I think I might actually have Lulu start casting spells at the Mortiorcus because Calamity Bomb. Yeah, so Calamity Bomb sometimes does around 3.6k, in which case getting some damage in with Lulu, with Magic Booster, can actually sometimes proc an extra mod absorption. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Got one last chance. Oh. Got one last chance to make Tidus into a statue, which we have. Awesome. I guess the timing there is actually a little awkward. Oh, I should have timed that. Yeah, I should have set up the turns differently. I could have set that up to have the same result, but also have Oren defending a little earlier. But that's okay. So Waka gets KO'd, but he did his job. He made us a statue. Now we hope that Tidus tanks Lance of Atrophy or two. Nope, he didn't. Well, got the Stone Touch to work out, but then Flux went for Oren anyway. Oh yeah, I guess it's not game over. I was about ready to reset, but we don't actually auto lose here. Oh, it's close to an auto lose though, because Oren's lost all his buffs. Can't really have him survive the next Lance of Atrophy. And I haven't done any damage yet. Yeah, so let's see. So that next turn is Dispel already. So there's no way I can get Oren buffed with... Yeah, no, I don't think this works at all. Because I can't get Oren with enough HP. Like, he doesn't have regen or protect anymore. I could get him buffed with protect if I had Kamari Mighty Guard, but I can't also heal him. I just don't. There's just not enough turns. I suppose I'll kind of try it, but this is bad for all kinds of reasons because Yuna's also going to lose the spell here. Sorry, not. Yeah, I mean she's going to lose her burst of the spell, obviously. Yeah, this timing doesn't work at all. No, it's just a reset. But having Riku hit at the beginning actually is fine. Or it can be fine. I feel like, yeah, the opener is less luck dependent, but given I haven't managed to inflict poison in either of the first 2 attempts, and inflicting poison is obviously just the first step towards actually winning the fight, it's still not looking like this strategy isn't looking a whole lot better, I'd say.
Xanarkand is on the Uni. I still haven't thought of anything.
Me neither.
What are we gonna do?
We'll do. We just don't. Until we do. Let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey. Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Star of...
Huh? Huh?
Ah, the son of Jack.
Riku.
You are
I was originally planning to try this strat out on Wednesday night, but yeah, unfortunately I've had a lot of storms come through where I live in the last few weeks. Like, normally there's odd thunderstorm in the summer, and, you know, mostly my power is fine, but sometimes my internet goes down for a bit, or like, you know, it kind of cuts in and out, so I avoid streaming. But yeah, the last couple of weeks have been, weather's been really bad. So, and Thursday and Friday I was watching League of Legends playoffs in the evening instead of streaming.
They threw themselves at me to bar my path.
But yeah, Saturday streams are still working out well, and I've been doing like Saturday plus 2 weekdays, which is pretty good. I think once I get past this fight, the challenge should be easier for a little while, although I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to beat the next boss.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me. Once I have become the next sin, your father will be freed again.
What do you know?
Pitiful.
Alright, so here's attempt 3 of the new strat. See how we go. So we got the lucky opening again, which gives us extra time. Although, my experience with that is that even though on paper that's a good thing, the boss tends to act so as to not, like, let us benefit, but... Okay, so Ian gets KO'd. That's okay. So this is a... Wait a second. This turn coming up is just the full life. So, yeah, so Yuno is at risk of being KO'd here, but there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, like, KO'd for real. Obviously I hope that doesn't happen because I want Silent Strike later. I'm tempted to just go for a Bad Breath with Kimari. It's 10% to inflict poison, which is not great, but inflicting poison would be really good. Oh no, I can't do that, right? Because yeah, no, I can't do that because that leaves him. Yeah, because then he'd be KO'd by the next lance. Okay, no worries. Just defend. So let's get Oren out of the party for Titus, I guess. Yeah. That hits Kamari, which is the best case scenario. So Yuna gets to live. I have to remember she doesn't have SOS haste, but otherwise this is all looking fine. So let's start trying to petrify Titus. Well, that was a crit, but not a stone touch. Okay, no problem. Cast a spell on the Mortiorcus with Lulu, for the reason I mentioned before. Yeah, this is still a full life turn, so I can take the opportunity to switch Yuna to SOS haste here. Oh, and she even gets another turn. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so full life doesn't do anything. Another try at petrifying Titus, which works, but he shatters. That sucks. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, so now the problem is... Yes, I have to be careful how I do this. I obviously need... I need Orin in the party defending, and because I'm down a character slot, my last attempt at the petrification is going to be Whacker trying to petrify himself. So I think this is just a dummy weapon switch with Yuna for the fastest recovery time. Okay, so Oren comes in and defends. Oh no, that timing doesn't work, does it? So I'll have to switch Yuna for Oren to defend, and Whacker tries to petrify himself. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, not getting great luck with the petrification, I have to say. See how we do on the zombie ward. Yep. Well, still alive. So now I have the same question I did earlier about the next Lance of Atrophy here. The thing is... Yeah, so I kind of need zombie ward to work again. I think the question is, do I change weapon with Oren or do I defend with Oren? I think I want to just change weapon because I want to make some time for Riku to start charging her overdrive. So it's effectively game over, I think, if Oren gets zombied here, even though I won't lose immediately. But he didn't. That's great. So I still have auto life on two characters, Riku and Orin. I don't have... I'm not charging Riku's overdrive quickly, which is a problem. So I think that means I won't be able to get a mix in before the second cross cleave, which definitely sucks. But maybe I could get a bad breath in. Let's see, so this is the second... yeah, this is the second full life. Oh, but yes, okay, but the problem, I can't have Kamari in the party for the second full life because he's a zombie and doesn't have reflect anymore. Right. So I don't want Riku in the party for that dispel, but it doesn't matter if Kamari gets dispelled. So let's see, where would Bad Breath take him? No, I don't think it's really worth it. 10% for poison is just not good enough here. I think I'd rather just full charge Riku's overdrive and get the timing, sort out the timing as well as I can for yeah, for this next cross cleave. I could go for a silent strike attack with Yuna, but it just doesn't do anything. Like, I don't need, yeah. Just have to be patient, I think. Actually, yeah, I might have to play around with the tick timing here. We'll see if Orin can defend right away or if I need to just have a dummy switch. I think I need to have a dummy switch. Yeah. Okay, but the good thing is, if I survive, if I get lucky on the zombie ward again, I will have a chance to inflict poison with Riku, because her overdrive is now full. It's definitely helpful having regen, keeping Orin alive. Like, it basically, you know, it's so hard to heal manually, and I don't really need to do it. Oh, rip, okay. Yeah, so this is the same story as before, where he's just gonna get revived and lanced. This is why I need the statues to take some of the lance hits. I feel like there's a chance I even get 2 statues. Like, I have 1 active character and then 2 statues, and that would be so good because the Lance of Atrophy just targets randomly. It still hits, it would hit the statues most of the time in that case. It's unlikely to shatter them. It just reduces the pressure on the zombie ward. But I haven't had that set up yet.
Xanarkand is on the other side, you know?
I know.
Uni is gonna get the final Aeon, you know?
I know.
I
mean,
What are we gonna...
we'll do something. We just don't... Until we do, we really can't help you. Let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey. Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Star...
Huh?
Ah, the son of Jack.
Riku.
You are not...
Just
Trying to
go.
think about what the ideal opening here looks like. Definitely think I actually want a Lance of Atrophy to hit Riku. Like, I want it to be KO'd and revived, probably.
Not if...
Because it just... doubling the overdrive charge speed is such a big deal.
Lady,
You...
us. Allow me to say...
I just realised something, which is I might... It's possible I actually want Kumari in the front line here rather than Yuna.
Race. They threw themselves at me.
Oh, Yuna getting hit by Lance of Atrophy last time was actually fine too.
After another.
The thing with Kumari is because he has SOS Reflect, like, there's no coin flip needed on the zombie ward. Like, I know that even if he gets turned into a zombie,
I don't understand
he'll survive the full life. Oh, but wait a second. No, now I think about it, having Kumari in the party for Hypermighty G is bad because the regen, he'll die from the regen damage if he's made into a zombie. So yeah, never mind that. I think the way I have it set up is the best.
Destroy, to heal, spirit. I will become sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me.
Obviously this would be a lot easier if I could just get zombie proof on Orin rather than zombie ward, but
Your father.
yeah, it's just not possible. There's 2 of the arena creations, or actually I guess 1 of the arena creations I could unlock drops it, but
What do you know?
it's just not possible to beat in this challenge. I'm not sure I don't think I could beat it even with trio. Alright, attempt number 4. Same start as before. Wink to Discovery and Lunar Curtain for Hypermighty G. Lance and Riku, okay. Like I said, I think that actually is kind of a good outcome, provided she doesn't get hit by a second Lance, obviously. Yuna gets to switch out for Kimari. Lance on Orin. And Orin gets zombied. Yeah, that's game over, I think. The trouble is he has regen. Well, there's lots of trouble, there's lots of problems here. If I manage to make statues, they could possibly... No, it doesn't matter now. Because he's either going to die to the cross cleave damage or he's going to die to the full life. Okay, no, it's not necessarily game over. It's not necessarily game over because even if he dies to the cross cleave damage, that's not game over because he'll be revived off the auto life. And if I have petrified characters, they could take the... They could in principle take the Lance of Atrophy hits. Okay, I'm not going to reset yet. That's good too. I don't have much else I need to get set up here. So this is Dispel, which means I guess I just have... Oh, hold on. No, I can't have Orin for the Dispel because... Yeah, I was thinking I could have the regen Dispelled, but it doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't matter. You'd have to protect Dispelled too. One advantage... No, I don't know. Never mind. I think I actually have a second chance to just drop this fire on Mortiorcus. Because even though it's actually good that Lulu's turn is right before the crosscleave turn, because I'm just going to switch in Orin and he's dying to that HP damage irrespective of what I do. So yeah, that's fine. Nice. Okay, I do have the double statue. Yeah, I have the double statue, but Oren can't take any more lances. Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see how this goes, I guess. I suppose I should just use an overdrive here on the basis that it doesn't matter what Oren does. I don't know which of these actually does the most damage. I think probably Banishing Blade. So the reason it doesn't matter what I do is because he's getting KO'd on the next boss, or on that boss one turn anyway. So, like... I'll get a few hundred damage in while I can, I suppose. Funnily enough, the delay from cross cleave is actually the same as the delay when Oren gets revived from auto life. So I kind of get to avoid the delay. No, but Lance of Victory, yeah. Yep, needed that lance not to hit Oren. But this setup with two petrified characters, I guess I didn't need to reset that. Anyway, the setup with two petrified characters is actually good. It's just unfortunate that that happened at the same time as Oren was zombied. So I think that could have been pretty promising if things had gone very slightly differently.
Xanarkand is on the other side, you know?
I know.
Uni is gonna get the final Aeon, you know?
I know.
I still haven't thought of anything.
Me neither.
What are we gonna do?
We'll do something. We just don't know enough yet. Until we do, we really can't help Yuna. Let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey. Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Star of the Xanarkand Apes. Didn't anyone tell you?
Aha! Huh?
Ah, the son of Jack.
Riku,
You are not...
just...
Now is your time to...
Not if I can help it.
Save some. Lady, you... Us. Allow me to say... Yours was truly a gallant race. They threw themselves at me to bar my path. One after another. You could end the suffering of this poor wrong soul.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain.
Yeah, thinking a bit about possible sequencing or changes. I'm not seeing anything, like, I'm not really seeing anything I could do differently here. I mean, I could have different characters in the starting lineup, but
Yes, with your help.
I'm not sure that that's...
Come with me.
Yeah, I don't know that that really helps. There might be a
I
way...
have become the next sin.
Okay, maybe I should think a little harder about it. Maybe there's a way I could have Oren not be in the party for 2 lances.
What are you
Because that's part of the issue is Oren. Yeah, it's bad enough to have the zombie ward kick in later, but having it, you know, if I could only have Oren be in the party for 1 lance at the beginning rather than 2, that might be good. I think, yeah, it's hard to imagine exactly how I could do that though. Alright, we got the lucky opening again. I don't know why I say lucky opening, because I've lost. I mean, well, I've obviously lost every time I've tried the battle, because I haven't won yet, but things have not gone well, even when I've had boss 1 have the first turn. Lance on Yuna, okay, she got zombied, but that's not the end of the world. So Kamari can come in and defend. And Oren gets to make it out of the party, that's good too. So I prefer that this doesn't hit Yuna, but otherwise it doesn't matter who it hits. Okay. So let's switch to haste and start the petrification. Nope. That was not what we wanted to happen. Switch to haste on Yuna. So this is a second full life coming up. May as well. I was going to say may as well bring in Louis for that spell cast, but is that true? Yeah, I think that is true. It's kind of funny, like having more active characters in this beginning phase actually. It's quite hard to make use of it. Well, that's not so surprising. Riku's obviously the only character who does relevant damage at this point. Okay, so Waka gets one attempt to petrify Tidus, then one attempt to petrify himself. If I can actually get the targeting right. Shattered, unfortunate. Okay, that timing doesn't work out, so we need to do a dummy weapon switch with someone. I guess with Riku. Yeah, I have to just check the tick timing here. Yeah, that looks like it should be fine. So one weapon change with Riku. Then Oren defends for the cross cleave. And hopefully I get Waka as a statue. I do not. Yeah, just losing all the coin flips and stone touch, unfortunately. Won that coin flip for zombie at least. Right, but this is a situation I've been in before where I actually have to just hope that Oren survives zombie yet again. I need zombie ward to kick in a ton of times here. It's not very likely to work. Well, it did. Still in it. but yet again, I can't actually manage... Yeah, I can't manage to fit in an overdrive with Riku this cycle. There's not much I can do here. Let's see, so there's 21 ticks between Flux, between the boss turns, and it's 16 ticks for Oren's defend. So I want to choose an action that means that 16 ticks puts him just after the cross cleave. This might not quite work out, but I don't think it's a big deal even if it doesn't. Yeah, I think I still have to take a dummy weapon switch with Riku. Yeah. Alright. Fingers crossed for the zombie ward again. And rip. It's kind of frustrating. I think, well, I don't know. I still need a lot of luck for this to work. I feel like I haven't been getting the Stone Touch luck and the Zombie Ward luck to kick in on the same attempts, which isn't surprising, of course, because, you know, if you need 4 or 5 coin flips, that's 1 in 16 or 1 in 32 already, in terms of odds, but... I think my other strategy, even though it got further more often, it had big trouble. Like, I think the ending of that was going to be very difficult. I think getting that last few thousand damage in is really not easy at all.
What are we gonna...
So even though I had 2 attempts where Flux was pretty low on HP, I'm not sure that strategy... I think that strategy needs like a real stars to align for things to work out such that I can do that last bit of damage. Whereas with this, I feel like if I actually get the right setup, even though I'm not doing damage in the unsuccessful attempts, I might not be like much less likely to win, or maybe even more likely to win. Hard to say.
Ah, the son of Jack.
Riku,
You are not...
just go.
Now is your time to die.
Not if...
Lady Yuna. Us. Allow me to say...
Yeah, I'll look at the timing a bit more carefully this time and see if I can go for a bad breath with Kimari. I've been saying like, oh, 10% chance of poison is too low, but if it's kind of free to do it, then I may as well, right?
You could end the suffering of this poor Ronso.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me. Once I have become the next sin, your father will be freed again.
Ah, what do you know?
Pitiful mortal.
Alright, here we go again. Still trying the same plan without any adjustments for now. The ideal scenario is to have Oren not be a zombie and to have 2 statues set up for the first cross cleave. So that is what I've been trying to do here and have not managed yet. Lance on Una. Okay, and she got zombied and KO'd. That's alright. Now Rika gets a chance to switch out. So she switches for Aaron. Kamari who defends. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good, but obviously can't do anything about it. Try to start petrifying characters. Okay. Well, the nice thing here is I get to start recharging Riku's overdrive early, like during the first attack cycle. Need to still watch out for the dispel, obviously. So who takes the dispel? I guess just Lulu? Well, Wacker's weapon switch is a bit faster actually. So I think I'm 2 ticks before the boss here. So if Lulu changes weapons, there'd be 6 ticks afterwards. But that, yeah, that actually lines up better with defending with Aren. It's too bad the game doesn't actually give you the number of ticks, and you have to just sort of guess it from the spacing on the turn bar, but I think what's going to happen here is Oren's turn, if I hover over item, will be just after the boss. No, it's just before. Okay, never mind. Well, this isn't really a waste because Riku needs to overdrive charging anyway, so... Alright, so now I want Kamari to tank a whole bunch of Lance of Atrophies, but not get shattered. Yep, that's not what I wanted. I don't know. One thing that's interesting about doing this is it doesn't feel like, irrespective of how the opening goes, it doesn't feel totally hopeless, whereas 1 in 3 times it was an instant reset if Riku got hit by the first lance. So, meh, that's something I guess. Oh. Alright, let me just think for a minute about whether I can have Oren only be in the party for 1 lance at the beginning. So the only way I get turns before Flux is Tidus with First Strike, Riku if she comes in with SOS Haste, but I can't do that because of the silly regen taking you out of haste from the Hypermighty G, or Yuno with haste. So if I had Yuno with SOS Haste, okay, yeah, well, the way I'm seeing to do this, Riku would be in the party for 2 Lancers instead of Aren, and that's even worse, I think. Oh, is it? So if I got into a random battle, got Yuno to SOS HP, so then who's the 3rd character? Yeah, that doesn't actually make sense. The trouble, yeah, then a 3rd character gets Hypermighty G, but they wouldn't actually be that useful. Like if they got hit by, they wouldn't have zombie protection, right? That's the thing about Yuno and Aren. No, I'm going to leave it how it is. I could see trying something different, but I don't think it really helps a lot. So having seen this play out, I think I actually want Riku to get hit by the first Lance of Atrophy, and then someone like Kimari to get hit by the second one. I think that's the ideal sequencing.
What are we gonna do?
We'll do some. We just don't. Until we do, let's go to Xanarkand.
The unfortunately, the auto life really doesn't help
It'll all come together.
against the first phase with the Lance of Atrophy and the cross cleave attacks, but I feel like it could help against the second phase with the total annihilation.
You sounded like a leader.
The issue there is I have to make sure that
Star of
Flux is not casting Flare when he has Reflect on himself. So that needs silence, right? I either have to use silence to prevent the Reflect, or I have to use silence to prevent the Flare. So that's kind of why I don't want Yuna to get KO'd.
The son of Jack.
But I'm still somewhat optimistic that having auto-live characters surviving later into the fight and being able to switch in and basically like let me survive another total annihilation can actually be really useful.
Now is your time to.
That said, I've been trying this for like an hour and a quarter and I haven't had an attempt where I actually inflict poison yet, so who knows. Maybe the strategy is just worse.
Lady Yuna. Us. Allow me to say. Yours was truly a gallant race. They threw themselves at me to bar my path, one after another.
Come on.
You could end the suffering of this poor Ramso.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me, Yuna. Once I have become the next sin, your father will be freed again.
What do you know?
Pitiful.
Alright. Let's see if we get things to work out any better this time. That's on Riku, that's okay. Yuna gets a turn to switch out and she'll switch for Kimari, who defends. So need the second lance to not hit Riku. Oh, come on. It's only 1 in 9. So fortunately won't have that happen too often, but yeah, obviously can't win if Riku gets KO'd.
Xanarkand. Uni is.
Me?
What are we gonna do?
We'll do. We just don't. Until we do, let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey. Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Star of.
Huh? Huh?
Ah, the son of object.
Riku,
You are not.
just...
Now is your time to...
Not if...
Save some! Lady Yuna, it is a pleasure.
Yuna.
Us. Allow me to say Yours was truly a gallant race. They threw themselves at me to bar my path. One after another. No.
Come on.
You could end the suffering of this poor wrong soul.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me. Once I have become the next sin, your father will be freed again.
Now, what do you know?
Pitiful.
Alright, we have the cycles, we have the turn cycles such that Morty goes first. Need to remember that. Oops. So this means Oren's only going to be in the party for one Lance of Atrophy, which is good. And he didn't get zombied, so that's great. So this opening was really good. Oh, that's interesting. Why does... Okay, sorry, I just got confused by the turn bar for a second, but that actually looks fine. Trying to think about... I could actually leave Riku, like deliberately leave Riku in the party for the second Lance of Atrophy. No, I don't really want to do that. I don't want my third character slot here getting KO'd, but I can't... Yeah, I don't have a great choice for... I think I just... If I want to make two statues, I obviously have to hope that the second Lance doesn't hit Lulu, which it did, but I mean, that's still not a disaster. So I have three characters with all with auto life still, and now I have a couple of chances for Waka to inflict petrification. Oh, and he's shattered. Yeah, just consistently not getting the luck on the petrification attempts when I get the like the luckier turn opening. It's kind of annoying. So now we're in the situation where we just need Zombie Ward and Oren to kick in many times in a row. since there's no one else to, there's no statues to tank the hits. So the 1 in 3 of getting Lulu hit, and then basically the failing, yeah, might as well just inflict zombie right now, get it over with. I think I should have put Riku back in the party for the second Lance. She's guaranteed to have time to switch out of the party before cross cleave. She's not in danger of getting actually KO'd after the order life. I think that was just a bad mistake. Or a slight mistake, I guess.
Xanarkand is on the... Uni is...
Meaning,
What are we gonna do?
we'll do something. We just don't know enough yet. Until we do, we really can't help Yuna. Let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey.
Hmm?
Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Star of the Xanarkand Apes. Didn't anyone tell you?
Huh?
Ah, the son of Jack.
Riku,
You are not...
just...
Now is your time to die.
Not a...
Save some. Lady, you. Us. Allow me to say. Yours was truly a gallant race. They threw themselves at me to bar my path. One after another.
Come
You could end the suffering of this poor wrong soul.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become sin. Yes, with your help.
Yeah, so the more I'm thinking about it, the more I like trying to not have a character get KO'd by the opening pair of Lance of Atrophy. Give me a chance to make 2 characters into statues. I think that's an advantage of fighting the battle this way that I didn't have before, that I should be trying to exploit a little more. And keeping auto life on Yuna and Riku is probably not so essential. Yuna has not had any success with Order Life, I'm sorry, with Zombie Ward, but at least it's, you know, it's okay. Oof. Yeah, that's annoying. Couldn't have done anything about it though. Oh, what's the plan now? Just go for the petrification right here. Actually, now I think Titus is better character to have petrified. Okay. Alright, Titus, time to eat some lances, please. Nice. So this is actually, because I still have SOS, well, it wouldn't matter even if I didn't have SOS Reflect. This is a safe, yeah. I don't need to risk Orin getting zombied. Let's get going on Riku's Overdrive. Okay, so I can bring in Kamari, switch to SRS, haste on the dispel turn here. One more overdrive charge of Riku. Yeah, I didn't manage to get any extra damage in with Lulu spell-wise, but let's see how we go. So this is the second cross cleave. Nice, Titus takes Lance again. That's really good. Okay, so now, you know what? No. I was gonna say I can take the second lance with Riku, but I think that's just not really true. Like, then I only have one Order Life character for later in the fight, and I think that's a problem. Okay, but if Riku's getting KO'd and revived here, there's no way she's going to be able to fit in an overdrive and then swap out for Orin before cross cleave. Whereas there is, I really want to use an overdrive this cycle. Maybe I take a risk here actually. If it hits Riku, it's not the end of the world because she comes back with double overdrive. If it hits Titus, it's obviously fine. I'm going to be doing a mix that inflicts silence. I'm going to do Calamity Bomb. So silence dispelling buffs isn't going to be an issue. Yeah, I think I just leave Riku in the party for this second lance. Well, that worked, although Titus got shattered. That's still okay though, I think. No, it's not really, because I don't have time to mix and get out before cross cleave. Damn. Yeah, I needed to somehow get a little extra time there, but didn't find a way. Okay, can Kamari bad breath before... Yeah, he can bad breath before cross cleave. The thing is, I don't need the silence right now. I just don't think that's a great choice. I think I'll just have Lulu use this fire. Oh, that wasn't the dispel turn. Oh my goodness, that's so... Okay, I was stupid. I could have mixed with Riku. Oh, I just wasn't tracking that carefully enough, I guess. Yeah, that was a wasted opportunity. I should have Calamity Bomb and Poison Inflicted now. Yeah, just... Well, I've decreased my chance of winning by a long shot for no reason, unfortunately. But I think now I'm in this position, I can't do much better than just fit another spell in with Lulu. With 2 fires, it's guaranteed that the Calamity Bomb damage will proc more Absorption. But that was a silly mistake. Just counted the turns wrong. If Orin gets made into a zombie here, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. And he does. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, should still have been more careful. So the way the petrification works, there's a 30% chance that Lance of Atrophy shatters, but 70% chance it doesn't. So this is why I really want to try getting 2 characters petrified. It just really increases the chances of Orin surviving through multiple cross-cleave into Lance cycles. Because I think the later I transition into... the later I transition into the total annihilation phase, the better.
Xanarkand is on the other side, you know?
I know.
Uni is gonna get the final A on you. Hi.
Me neither.
What are we gonna...
We'll do something. We just don't... Until we do, let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey. Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Start.
Aha! Huh?
Ah, the son of Jack.
Riku,
You are not...
just...
Now is your time to...
Not if I...
Save some! Lady Yuna. Ascending? Allow me to say...
I'll just keep trying the same strategy. I mean, it took me... I don't know, it took me several hours on the first strategy to get to the point where I was, you know, a few thousand HP away from winning. I certainly don't want to just give up on the Hyper Mighty Guard opening and go back to the first strat at this point. I feel like
You could end the suffering.
I'll persist a bit more and then try and decide which of the 2 is the better strat to carry on with.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal, Spira, I will become sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me. Once I have become the next sin, father will be freed again.
What do you know?
Pitiful.
Your hope ends here! And your meeting...
Alright, switch for Riku, Hyper Mighty Guard. Lance on Orin, but he's not a zombie, that's just fine. For reasons I've mentioned before, I'm actually quite fine with Riku being in the party for the second Lance, but I will... Yes, let's see, I can't use Titus to just defend here, right? No, he won't get a turn before the full life. So I'm just going to change weapon with Riku. If she gets hit by the lance, then I lose an auto life character, but I gain double overdrive. Okay, well Orin took both lances, but I got lucky with the zombie ward, so I'll take it. Let's get started on petrification. Orin switches out. Lulu can come in and get the magic damage on Moriokus. Full life doesn't do anything. Switch weapon with Titus, then go for petrification on him. It's too bad I don't have Stone Touch on Titus to have two characters trying the petrification. Maybe I should do that. Okay, that's one petrified. Nice. So this is the dispel turn, so I can't really bring in any of my... Yeah, so that means that the only chance I'm going to get to do the petrification again is whack on himself. So I think that means I bring in Lulu for second spell, then whoever gets the turn first here switches out for Orin to defend, and then the last character switches Waka for that last petrification attempt. Okay, so switch for Orin. Please show me the turn bar. Yeah, sometimes it does this where the timing doesn't show up properly. So even though I've got I hover over item, which is a rank 2 action, the turn bar doesn't update. It's really annoying. No, it updated for Kamari though, and he has the same speed as Orin, so I know that this works. Just really don't want Orin's defend to actually come up short, like give him a turn before the cross cleave. It'd be really annoying. Okay, Waka tries to petrify himself. Yes. But fails. Alright. So I'm in a similar position to last time regarding everything. Miss on Titus, that's really good. I will risk taking a hit on Riku in order to charge her overdrive. I've got 2 of the auto life characters. That's true, isn't it? Yes. Never miss on Titus, okay. Yeah, as before, no time to mix before cross cleave, so I think I've already hit Moriokus. Yeah, I've already hit Moriokus enough to where I'm guaranteed a more absorption from the Calamity Bomb. So looking at the turn timer, I think I can still get this to work though. Yeah, so I will cast a spell, but I'll just cast it at Flux. I could try and inflict silence with Yuna, right? But if that fails, then Yuna gets her buffs dispelled, and that's pretty bad. So I think this is safer. Alright, so if I don't have Aaron get KO'd here, I will at least be able to mix Calamity Bomb, which is what I've been trying to do. Unsuccessfully this whole time. And he did not get zombied. Nice. So what's my plan here? I could leave Rika in the party for the Lance because she has auto life. Yeah, I think I'm going to just run that again. Like, again, she has time to get out of the party. She'll revive with haste and double overdrive. There's more absorption. Lance misses on Titus again, that's good. I say good because even though I kind of was fine with Riku getting hit, like Titus getting hit and shattered would be the worst outcome there. Okay, so next up is the spell, but Flux is silenced, so I can safely just defend with Riku and recharge her overdrive again. That's the spell turn. Here's cross cleave. I think I have some chance this attempt. Still need to win at least, yeah, there's a 25% chance of Oren getting hit here and zombied. So I have to avoid that. But I did, alright. So I still have ordered life on 3 characters. Ah, Flux is not silenced anymore, that's too bad. So the next turn is second Lance of Atrophy. I think what I want to do here yeah, I don't want to take a risk, I think. So the safe way is just to do this and defend with Kamari, because that way... Okay, let me think a bit harder about this. So we've done 26k damage. Oh, I'm sorry, 16k damage. We've done enough that Sunburst would get Flux into the total annihilation phase. I think I want to do that because I think having him in Total Annihilation phase, provided he's not able to KO my characters with Flare, is actually better for me than having him in this phase. So I'd really love to have Yuna have take a couple of swings with Silent Strike, but that's the trouble is. Okay, if I bring in Yuna now and go for an attack with Silent Strike, she's going to be in the party for a Lance of Atrophy, which is 1 and 2 to hit her and 1 and 2 to make her a zombie, which would give me game over. So that would be a 1 in 4 to just lose. I could have Aaron take the Lance, and even if he's a zombie and he's taking damage from the regen, he'd get out of the party before the full life, so we wouldn't get KO'd. If Yuna's Silent Strike fails, then she's going to get her buff dispelled, including haste, which sucks. Yeah. Oh man, it's kind of a difficult decision. I think I use Oren, and I think I change weapon. No, that timing's not great actually. Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. I do this. I think risking getting a game over right now is just too bad. Because even if, actually now I might as well have counter attack equipped. So even if Oren gets hit and turned into a zombie here, he doesn't actually get KO'd. So his order life will still be useful for surviving a Total Annihilation. Okay, so that's really good, because now I get to bring Yuna in and try for a silence. So let's see, this would be, if I inflict silence here, there'll be 1 silence on this turn, the dispel turn. Yeah, so that lines up well. That would actually keep Flux under silence for when he'd be wanting to dispel, for when he'd be wanting to cast Reflect, because I'm going to mix a Sunburst and put him into Total Annihilation phase. Oh, and I got the silence. Really nice. So that boss turn there is Dispel, but he's under silence. Okay, so what's happening on this turn? I guess I just changed weapon with Riku. I'm feeling good about this because I have 3 characters with auto life. I just need to be really careful about the flares. So this is happening for sure. Now I've kind of got a free turn. No, actually, I think I saved time in the... I think it actually... Because there's only a boss turn here... So if I make Sunburst right now, that first boss turn will just be skipped, because that would be a flare, but Flux is under silence. The second boss 1 turn is just Morty ready to annihilate. The third one, I don't think is Total Annihilation yet. I don't think it's necessarily too important how I do this. I mean, the reality is we're gonna get 2 more damaging mixes in and probably get poison damage in. That's our plan to try and win this. Alright, let's go for the sunburst. Let's go for the sunburst right now. So he wants to cast Protect and Reflect, but he can't because he's under silence. Now he wants to cast Flare, but he can't. So now silence wore off. Mordiorcus is ready to annihilate. Ah, but Total Annihilation isn't coming until that next boss 1 turn down there. So that's good, right? Yes, because that lets me have another attempt at Silent Strike. And if this fails, I can consider leaving Yuna in the party for the Total Annihilation since she has Audit Life. And that would give me a second attempt at the Silence. Oh, and I landed Silence again. That's really good. Really, really good. So he's not going to be putting himself under Reflect. So I charge up Overdrive with Riku. Now I'm kind of spoiled for choice. I feel like I'm in a really good position. I have a choice as to who to take this Total Annihilation on in terms of which Order Life character to use. The advantage of using Riku is that her Overdrive afterwards would then start to recharge faster. I think I should save Yuna for a time when I'm desperately trying to get Silence inflicted again. Aran's going to have a long recovery time after getting KO'd, so I guess I'd just choose to avoid that. Although that said, it kind of makes sense to have Riku do a mix into the Total Annihilation, right? Because she has a long recovery time on the mix anyway. So I guess because of that, I should just use Aran. Yeah, I think this is right. And Aran's getting KO'd no matter what, so... And Flux is under silence, so this is not going to trigger him to cast Reflect or anything. So yeah, this is just some free damage, I believe. But by some, I don't mean a lot, but you know, a little. 400 or 500, yeah. So Poison Tick, Total Annihilation. Aran comes back with Order Life. Flux will not cast Flare, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Total Annihilation doesn't shatter petrified characters either. I mean, go figure. Mordiorcus is ready to annihilate. But now we're in kind of the same situation as last time, except Flux has taken a bunch of poison ticks. Yeah, he's getting low. I think we've got him. I actually think we've got him. Okay, so could I get away with using... I'm just trying to decide if I can get away with using a less damaging mix, like trying to save my tall boy. I still have 2 characters with auto life. I think the only issue here is if I'm misunderstanding how the silence works, or rather how the reflect and flare works, and somehow Flux casts reflect plus flare before I get my character's turn. Even then it would have a 50% chance of hitting Titus. I think I just switch in Riku, fully charge or overdrive, and then mix something, and then take and use the, you know, obviously get the auto life on Riku. Ah, he does cast Reflect. Okay, that's interesting. But this next turn is definitely Total Annihilation, right? Yeah, it must be. Okay, so now I have to be careful of Flare. But I can just do a mix that inflicts silence, I believe. To play around that. Because I haven't used the lowest tier status inflicting mix, and even though that doesn't inflict many statuses, it does do silence with a high enough infliction rate to guarantee it. Yeah, Blaster Mine. Although, if I'm good, I have to. Yeah, let's check his HP again, because 18,000. Yeah, because if I mix yeah, so if I mix Tall Boy, it does around 9,000 to Flux plus another more Desorption, so I believe that's another 3k. But I don't think he'd die to poison before having a chance to flare somebody. Whereas if I do this, he's still going to be under silence and he's not going to be able to flare. Yeah, I don't think this mix is actually super valuable. So even though I'm not sure, there's some chance I'm kind of using it needlessly here, but because Flex is already under Reflect, I'm just a little kind of antsy about the flare, like losing to flare. So okay, I want to do Blaster Mine, which is Grenade plus Antidote. There's the Antidote. There's the Grenade. So back into silence. Here's Total Annihilation. Riku revives with Auto Life. Titus just chilling. Get another turn with Riku. Let's start charging Overdrive again. So silence is worn off. So I think this might be a flare turn, but he's not going to get this turn because I'm going to kill him. Yeah. I'm either going to kill him or he'll get a turn, but even if he flares Riku, she has auto life. Oh no, she doesn't have auto life. Hmm. Okay, I think I have a plan here. So I think I have to play around. If this upcoming boss turn is Flare, and I'm honestly not 100% sure if it is, like, or whether Seymour has already missed his chance to cast Flare this cycle because he was silenced, I'm not sure about that. But I think what I'm going to do to play around that possibility is to bring in Yuna. I was gonna say bring in Yuna and Asuna Titus, because Titus when he was petrified, like, he'll get another turn before Total Annihilation, so he could then switch in Riku to mix Tallboy. So even if it is Flare, the advantage of doing this is I'm guaranteed to get a character turn before Total Annihilation, and the extra poison tick here should mean that Tallboy is guaranteed to kill. If this isn't Flare, then it doesn't really matter. It wasn't Flare. Seymour's just hanging out, doing nothing. Alright, well, rip Seymour, I guess. This does need to be a Tallboy though, right? Actually, it kind of doesn't. Like, I still have auto life on Yuna. I have another attempt to get Silent Strike in here. Yeah, I don't have to. I might be able to save my Tallboy here. Okay, but I didn't inflict silence, so... Right, so we have the problem that... Yeah, so we have the problem that he's going to use... So Mortiorcus does Total Annihilation, and Yuna gets revived, but then she would get flared. So I think the safe strategy is still to mix Tallboy, which is kind of what I was planning. I mean, I was kind of planning to use all these same mixes this fight anyway, so would have been nice to, like, save it, but I think it's all good. And there we have it, Flux down. So yeah, I got myself a bit confused at the end there about whether that last turn of Seymour's would be a flare, but I came up with a strategy that played around it even if it was. I used Tallboy, Hyper Mighty G, and Sunburst, which are three premier mixes, particularly Hyper Mighty G and Sunburst, but I think given how difficult this fight was, I just have to accept that. Oh, it's Dark Strike for Orin. That's actually kind of cool as well.
He will become sin.
Lie.
If he becomes...
We're leaving.
You know something
Yes, I guess I also used my Blaster Mine. I've got to remember that. But I don't think that's a big deal. Like, Blaster Mine doesn't inflict poison, so it's not like it was, you know...
Sins.
It's not like it was a good way of
My old man.
getting poison against Sanctuary Keeper or something like that.
Sin is my old man. My old man became Sin.
I still have the elemental-based status mixes that I believe can still inflict poison, although I don't know the infliction rate of those, so
Inside.
we'll have to see.
And when I did, I knew it was true. My old man spirit's suffering. Sorry.
Even knowing that Sin is your father,
Yeah, so I still have damage from cluster bomb, potato masher.
still, you know I must.
I know.
Plus
Let's get him.
2 of the 9-hit elemental mixes that are like 8k damage each.
Yeah.
You sure this ain't... Then... you're getting a little... Like...
We'll learn.
Okay, gotta remember to pick up the chest here, because then I can actually upgrade Kamari's Celestial Weapon and give him double overdrive rather than just SOS overdrive, which is obviously really nice. I'm just thinking that if I'd remembered... If I'd gotten the turn order straight at the end, and I knew that that last turn wasn't going to be a flare, I could have done something like bring in Kamari for self-destruct and maybe done a lesser mix, but it's all good. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So let's see. So yeah, I've used all these status-inflicting mixes, but that's fine. There's only one more boss that's vulnerable to poison. And like I said, there's the elemental status mixes, plus if in emergencies there's also what's it called? Bad breath. So I've got 2 more 9-hit elemental mixes. I've still got Super Mighty G, which gives you Protect, Shell, Haste, Regen, which is going to be nice. I've still got Super Vitality to double HP on the front line. I've still got the mixes that give Cheer and Focus. I've still got some resources to work with. Anyway, I'm not going to head up to the cave just yet. I think I might actually backtrack to upgrade the Spirit Lance first. I think the teleport pad is now active to get down to Gagzet, so double overdrive will definitely be a nice upgrade there. Anyway, yeah, made it past Flux. Still a dodgy strategy and needed a lot of luck in the fight, but got it to work in the end, so not sure when on next stream. Could be tomorrow, Sunday, that is, morning or early afternoon, or sometime in the during the week, but yeah, at least we're able to progress and take on Gagzet Cave. So thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next time.